Hello, my name is Treasure Jarvis. I am a speech language pathology major from Southern University, and I am a senior. And my areas of interest with speech language, I would say, are dealing with stroke patients who have aphasia, or even dealing with younger kids who stutter. My future career plans would be just opening up my own practice and helping anybody who needs help with speech and language problems. Today I'm going to be talking about early intervention and assessment procedures with preschool kids. And I picked this topic because, like I said before, I wanted to work with kids and help them to better improve their language and communication. So early intervention, it is for children ages birth to 3 and their families. Early intervention is different for each child and family depending on the child's needs and the family's priorities. It starts with different periods. It starts with the pre-linguistic period, which is when the infant communicates without using language. For example, sucking, crying, and squinting. The prolocutionary period, which is the first 8 months of life, such as facial expressions, cries that show different needs. For example, in this period, the mother needs to engage in a conversation with the child. Doing so would teach the child the meaning behind each word. The elocutionary period, from 8 to 12 months of age. At this period, they have the ability to associate words and objects. They make eye contact at different objects. The locutionary period is 12 months, so about a year old. It transitions from infant to toddler, uses words instead of gestures. The stages of development. So we're going to start off with stage 1, which is birth to 2 months, which is reflexive vocalization. At this point in development, the infant is using a small group of reflexive vocalizations and reflexive sounds, so such as coughing, grunting, and burping. The parent should be responding back to the reflexive vocalizations of the infant by responding, "Oh, you're full," to the burp of an infant, such as when it burps, asking the child, "Are they full?" Stage 2 is 2 to 4 months, so it's cooing and laughter. At this stage, an infant is adding cooing and sounds associated with pleasure and laughing into their day-to-day life. Cooing refers to vowel-like sounds, so an example would be go. These are often preceded by velar consonant-like sounds such as G, R, K. So G, R, K. You should begin copying sounds your baby makes to help them understand the conversation that you are having with them. Stage 3 is vocal play. At this point, the infant is expanding their vocalization to include more vowel babbling, such as beginning to talking to your baby about what you are doing. Set aside time with your child each day to play with the toys and picture books. And stage 4, which is 6 months and older, conical babbling. This stage consists of reduplicated. So for example, mama, mama, or mana, mana. They will begin to make different sounds to interest your child. This can be anything from varying the sound of your voice to a rattle or squeaky toy. In order to help your child's attention and communication skills, encourage your child to watch bullets and do different communication skills. Stage 5, 10 months and older. So this is the jargon stage, the last stage. The infant's babbling is beginning to sound more like a conversation. The child is starting to talk. So you should be using action with words to help your child relate to what they see and do with the words they need. So such as singing songs as peekaboo to encourage communication and attention skills. Now we're going to move on to the first word period. The first word period. Around their first birthday is when children typically begin to produce their first words. At this point, they're entering a stage where they are paying more attention to the rules of language. You should talk about the little things your child is looking at or doing. This will help them better understand their environment. So talk to your child in short, simple sentences to help them better understand what you're saying. In the first word period, children are using three broad categories, such as substantive words, name objects. For examples, shoe, cookie, toy. Relational words that describe the relationship or the characteristics among objects, such as existence and disappearance of an object. And social words, which provides a foundation for the establishment of human relationships according to the culture's social codes, such as hi and bye. Then we have the period of the two-word utterances. By their second year of life, children are expanding their single word vocabularies until they have reached the point of combining two words into one utterance. At around 18 to 26 months of age is when two-word utterances are known to occur. Example, that ball. So they're doing two words. At this age, the child will be able to concentrate on activities longer and sit and listen to simple stories with pictures. They will understand between 200 to 500 words. They will also understand more simple questions and instructions and start to put sentences together with 2 or 3 words. The preschool and the early school years. Children have the ability to produce complete and complex sentences in their vocabulary size explodes. So dealing with phonology, children learn some sounds before others. This means that the words they say do not always match the adult pronunciation. For example, a child may say moon correctly at 2 years old because the word contains early developing sounds. However, words such as spaghetti and spoon may be pronounced as daddy and poon. You should use different puppets and pictures to help children listen to their stories. Now I'm going to move on to semantics. So the children comprehend their first words at about 8 to 9 months of age. At about 13 months of age, children comprehend about 50 words. By 6 years of age, their comprehension vocabulary is between 20,000 and 24,000. And by 12 years of age, it is about 50,000 words. Then we have the spatial and temporal terms. Children's comprehension of spatial and temporal terms, words, and develops gradually from 2 years. For example, she will leave when it is convenient and we ate breakfast before we went to the school.